guys, Mike here, and in today's video we're going to look at the Strike Industries Charging Handle Extended Latch. Now, if you've watched many of my videos, you know that this is my favorite all-time upgrade for a charging handle for the AR-15. This is the BCM Gunfighter. My favorite is this Mod 4. The Model 4, this is a medium length latch. They have a smaller and a larger length latch. The Mod 3 is the larger length. But all in all, this is my favorite because it does give you some added length for leverage and ease of charging. But it doesn't really protrude all that much. I really don't like charging handles that just are huge. I like to keep things kind of low profile. And so this is a really good compromise. And this certainly over the years has been my favorite charging handle upgrade for the AR-15. But, you know, what's caused us to come to the topic of today's video? This new Strike Industries latch that can be purchased as a single part. Over the years, I've been able to find this BCM Gunfighter charging handle for somewhere between $35 and $37. And at that, I thought it was a pretty reasonable upgrade. But recently, I've had a hard time finding these charging handles for anything less than $45 to $47. And a lot of places are selling these charging handles for $50. The new MSRP for this charging handle is $58. And so I started looking around for alternatives. This product kept coming up over and over, and people really seemed to like this a lot, so I thought I would give it a try. I bought these from Primary Arms on sale for just under $9. And so I thought we'd give it a try. This is how the package comes. It comes with a tapered roll pin. It has its own proprietary spring, and then the handle itself. This handle, when I first pulled it out of the package, it just seemed like it was out of plastic. It's extremely light. It's skeletonized. This is made out of T6 7075 aluminum, so a very strong aluminum alloy. As far as the height, let's just compare. It's actually maybe even a little, yep, it's a little bit more aggressive as far as the width of the handle itself. So as far as the protrusion or the length of the handle, it looks like it's almost the same as the Mod 4 BCM, which I found to be a good length as far as giving you nice leverage but not protruding too far to be catching on things. So certainly the length seems to be good, and if anything, it's going to give you a little bit more material to pull. Now I have to say that this is just a latch that you're going to replace on a standard charging handle, and the BCM product is a redesigned, re-engineered product that's designed to relieve stress and to be a very durable product. It also has this little relief here that will help prevent some of the gas blowback. So certainly this is an excellent product, and as I've said, this is my favorite all-around charging handle. But as the prices start approaching $50 a pop, I have to start looking for more economical alternatives, and certainly this seems to be a reasonable alternative. So now let's just install one of these and see how it looks after we install it. The Strike Industries roll pin is tapered. It's larger at one end and smaller at the other, compared to the standard non-tapered roll pin that we'd removed. This tapered roll pin is designed to be installed small end first and to be installed from the top of the charging handle. So we're going to drive it in right here. To help hold this in position while I put the roll pin in, I'm going to turn this upside down. We're going to be going in from the bottom. We'll put the latch in position, and then we're going to be looking to line up the holes. Okay, and then once I line up the hole right there, then I'm going to use a small Allen wrench to help hold everything in position. Okay, now this Allen wrench is installed in the hole. You can see where it's going all the way through, and it's going to just keep everything lined up. And then we'll try to go ahead and install our tapered pin. Pull our Allen wrench down a little bit to give us a little bit of space to now put our roll pin right in position. We'll hold everything firm and then get the roll pin started, and then we'll confirm that everything's still lined up and working, and then we'll just drive the roll pin in. You can see the Allen key just dropped out of the bottom. Once we got things started, now we should be able to use just a standard punch. Okay, nice and flush. And that was very easy if you just set it up right. Okay, so here it is installed side by side with the Gunfighter. So if we stack these one on top of the other, you can see that the amount of protrusion is almost identical between these two. So I think I am going to like that as far as how it's going to feel on the gun. And the strike is just a little bit wider, so it should feel fairly comfortable on a gun. So let's go ahead and install this charging handle on an upper receiver and see how it feels. For comparison's sake, I pulled this rifle out of the vault, and it has the Gunfighter Mod 3. So this is the longer lever model, and with the telescopic optic on the gun, this makes it a lot easier to charge. Generally, I like the shorter Mod 4, but I thought I would try it on this gun. And so, since I have this gun, we'll kind of just go over how it feels. Certainly, this makes it a lot easier to charge with an optic on using just the one-hand technique. Okay, so let's take this same rifle now, and we'll look at the Mod 3 BCM Gunfighter, and we'll look at our new strike modification of a standard charging handle. Now here's the Gunfighter Mod 3, and you can see it doesn't stick out quite as far. I kind of like that in general. Now as far as the comfort of charging, really don't miss that few extra millimeters of lever there. It's very easy to charge. And then for comparison, the Strike Industries. Once again, you can see where the lever itself is skeletonized here. It sticks out the same as the Mod 3 Gunfighter. Now obviously we're starting with a basic USGI charging handle, so the quality of the base handle itself isn't the same. But the pad itself is actually a little broader. And so as far as function goes, certainly that feels very comfortable, and it may not be as durable or as strong, but certainly for a $9 or $10 upgrade, if you already have the standard USGI charging handle on your AR-15, I think it's certainly a reasonable accessory and something you consider if you're operating on a budget that doesn't allow you to spend $45 or $50 on a charging handle. Now when I was going through my parts bin getting ready for this video, I came across a couple of charging handles that had been relegated to the back parts bin, and I just wanted to kind of review those real briefly. This is, I have no idea what brand these are. This was obviously an extended lever on a standard charging handle. One thing I would comment about, I tried this and really didn't like it. It does give you that extension for a little bit more leverage, but it has very sharp cuts on the front, on the face of the lever, and the lever is narrow. You can see how narrow this lever is. So if you do not have gloves on and you use this, it's kind of uncomfortable feeling to grab this and charge your gun. And so I think this is a reasonable idea, but once again, having a very narrow face is a little bit of a problem that I think that the Strike Industries has fixed. So Strike Industries has made a much broader face, and even though this is a fairly aggressive non-slip type of grip, it's comfortable. And so if you're not wearing gloves, this is a comfortable feeling, very grippy face that you can pull on to charge your gun. So I just wanted to kind of show that. I think that's certainly an improvement in design. And then just on the other extreme, there again, I'm not sure of the brand name. You guys might recognize this. But I think I got this in trade or an upper that I bought from somebody. Or once again, I'm not a big fan of things that are huge and protruding out of the side of your rifle. But I think this would certainly do what it's supposed to do as far as making it easier to pull back on the charging handle. But it's just not my style. I don't know who made this. There is a wide variety of levers that you can buy. Most of them go for between $12 and even up to $40 for some of these modified levers that you can replace on your standard charging handle. But that's just not my style. It's too large. And then if we just compare, these are the two Gunfighters. Once again, my very favorite is this Mod 4 medium latch compared to the larger latched Mod 3. Both of these charging handles are very well engineered, very strong charging handles, and I certainly take nothing away from them at all. But if you can't afford, $45 to $50 for a charging handle, or if you have a lot of rifles and you just can't afford to put a good quality Gunfighter charging handle on every one of your guns, then I think certainly the design of the Strike Industries product is very functional and very economical as far as an alternative to make your gun a lot easier to charge with a single-handed style. Well guys, I hope you found the information useful for this new Strike Industries extended latch for the AR-15 charging handle. If you have any questions or comments, please post those, and as always, I'll try to answer those in a timely fashion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.